Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the breakdown. I'm Tone. Fantastic to have you here with me once again. Today, I'm under the pump. I've got to keep this video short because the memory on this device is getting low. So, very good. Got a little bit of a challenge ahead of me to get it all fit in. Now, today's topic is thanks to a hopeless Lego fan. Brand new subscriber to the channel. Thank you for that. And thank you for your question. And your question was, if we don't use vaccines to control COVID, then what do you propose we do? Interesting. I haven't suggested that vaccines don't do anything. I'm speaking mostly about, in my channel here, I've been speaking mostly about the speed at which any vaccine is created and the questions surrounding it when it's pushed upon people. So I'm not necessarily proposing that people don't go and get it. That's a personal choice for anyone to get, and I don't think it's up to anyone to say you must get it or you shouldn't get it. I think personal autonomy is something that should never be breached. It should not be taken away from anyone. Things like in my previous video, I said, the radio presenter said that no one's holding you down and jabbing the needle in your arm. Of course, if you can't go to work and you can't go to travel, if you haven't got the vaccine, well, it's pretty much forcing it on you anyway. It's giving you a choice. You can take care of yourself and your family and go get the vaccine so that you can do so, or don't get the vaccine and then you can't do it. So, of course, there will be people that feel forced to do so based on that alone. So the topic is not about the efficiency of a vaccine so much as it is about a forcing or making it's not mandatory, but making it that if you don't get it, your life changes for the worse. And not because you contracted any virus, but because you didn't comply with the rules. But what I propose anyone do is keep this virus and all of what's going on politically, everything to do with this vaccine, keep everything in perspective. That's what I propose everyone do. The number of people, for example, that have died from COVID versus the number of people that have contracted the disease. But verse that against the number of people that have died from cancer or the flu or heart disease, and realize that we've got people dying from heart disease. We've got a worldwide, and it's been stated many times, a worldwide obesity epidemic, especially in the Western world. We haven't banned McDonald's or any other fast food outlet to counteract the obvious effects that food like that has on people's lives, and is causing issues, for people with heart disease and other ailments that come along as a product of being obese. So we've got people dying from many, many other things, far outweighing the number that have ever died from COVID. And we're comparing things from within the same year. Use 2020 as a good comparison year, or up to date from the beginning to now of 2021. And we've got enough information from that, and the numbers are easily found I haven't got them with me right now, but the numbers are verifiable and can be seen. Not just that, we'll also look at questions about the numbers of people that actually have died from COVID rather than had it at the time of their passing, but it may have been something else that they were already on the way out with that took their life, and it wasn't actually COVID that did so. So that muddies the numbers as well. That muddies the water as to the reliability of some of those numbers as well. But that aside, if we compare people that have died from or had contracted and died with COVID, compare that to the number of people that have died from an individual thing like heart disease or cancer, and we keep things in perspective. And that's what I propose we do. I propose we keep things in perspective, please. That's the most important thing. And to suggest that we need to rush out a vaccine and push it on people and make them feel bad if they chose not to get it, to counteract the effects of a virus that people mostly get better from, while forgetting to talk about the numbers of people that are dying from other things that we haven't actively cancelled, different types of food being available that certainly would have an impact on other people's lives who have heart disease, obesity. We're not doing that for all the other issues that humanity faces. We're just doing it against this particular incidence, this particular virus. We've got to keep things into perspective. That's the most important thing. And as I spoke about in previous videos leading up to this one, it's also very important to look at the macro. So if we're focusing just in on the virus, and that's what every government in Australia, state and the federal government is doing, they're focusing on this virus. But if we look at the macro, really zoom out and look at everything else that's going on, we can pick up on a few other things and then, I guess, zoom in on those things and realize that there are things going on in Victoria, for example, where grandparents are banned from taking care of their grandkids, even if that was already previously what they were doing. They've now been banned from taking care of their grandchildren, which flies in the face of apparently being able to take care of people on a compassionate grounds, which is something we've been told we can do. I don't know what you would call that. I mean, I've got some ideas about what I would call it, and probably don't want to put that on this channel. But that's an overreach of government power, and it's certainly coercive in nature, suggesting that until we get past this, and the only way we're going to get past this is for people to be vaccinated, until that happens, well, these kinds of rules, including grandparents can't take care of grandkids, that's getting ridiculous. Okay, so we need to be able to zoom out and look at the macro stuff that's going on, not just the virus. That's what I propose we do. Let's keep everything in perspective. My time is running out, so thank you for joining me. If you like this video, please leave a like, please subscribe, share this video, and as always, if you leave a comment, I will endeavor to touch on it in coming videos. Thank you for joining me, and until next time, take care, God bless, bye for now.